guys today. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'll be right back. Be right back. Kingdom, come on in, come on in, come on in. How you doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in. Come on in. Today we're talking about narcissist, family, and flying monkeys. How you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Come on in, Kingdom. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Yes. I'm not gonna be on long. Cupcake has somewhere to go. So we're going to talk about it. I promised that I would come on today, so I'm coming on as promised. We're going to talk about narcissists, family, flying monkeys, all of the above, all that that goes along with the dynamics of how they operate, what fuels them maybe to do the things that they do. So Kingdom, come on in. As you come in, smash that like button, like Lawrence always says, and then share the live. Share the live. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope everyone is having an amazing, wonderful, worshipful Wednesday. God is so magnificent. He is so wonderful. Just keep trusting him. Keep believing. And don't give up. Don't give up. Kingdom, how are you today? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Come on in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in. Happy to have you. Come on in. We're going to be talking about narcissist the family and the flying monkeys today. Yeah, we're going to get into that, and we're just going to wait for a few more people to come in. And then we will get started. We'll get started. And how are you guys? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. As you come in, if this is your first time here, just put your hand up or just say hi so that we can acknowledge your presence. We are happy to have you here. If you are questioning, if you're going through a situation with a narcissist, or you're not sure if you're dealing with a narcissist, or if you are on the back end, and you are trying to figure out how to get out, what are some plans that you can put in place, we can definitely help you and assist you with that. Just say hi, so that we can acknowledge your presence. And any questions, any concerns, we're here to help. We're here to guide. Don't be shy. You don't have to be shy here. We are very welcoming. We love God. We love God with all of our heart. Of all of our hearts, and we're here to help. So Kingdom, come on in, welcome in. As you come in, smash the like button and share the live, and then we're gonna get started. I can't be on too long today. I do have my daughter's going out, so I'm gonna have to take care of that in a little bit. But I wanted to come on as promised. Hey, ma'am, where have you been? We missed you. How are you today? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Ma'am says, hello. How are you today? We miss you. How you been? How have you been? Is everything okay? Give me a thumbs up if everything is okay. How are you? How are you? How are you? So happy to have you in the chat. We missed you. We missed you. Tyree. Hey, Tyree, we missed you too. How you guys doing today? Tyree says, hello, treasure. Good to see you. How are you guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Mwah, mwah. So happy to have you. I haven't seen both of you in a while. How are you guys? Welcome in, and welcome back. Welcome back. And more importantly, how are things going with you guys? How is everything going with the two of you? With everyone. If you haven't said hello yet, how are you guys? How is everything going? Okay, Tyrese says, I am good. Good. That's good. Slow and steady, one day at a time. Keep trusting and believing in God. Keep trusting and believing in God. Yeah, yeah. And then Ma'am says, I've been having a rough time. My dog lost her fight, to cancer this month, but I'm getting back to myself. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, honey. I know what that's like. It's hard. Yeah. Yeah, it is hard. But we can look at it as they're no longer in any more pain. They're not in any more pain. It's hard for them to kind of tell us what's going on with them. So, and again, I'm so sorry. I'm so, so sorry for your loss. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough. I had that same issue earlier this year. So yeah, I know, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm not sure why this is not showing, but over here, hey Rose, how you doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Rose says, aloha ohana. Welcome in. How are you today, honey? Welcome in, welcome in. And then Tyrese says, still no contact, 2 years and 8 months. Amen, 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 amen. Yes, that's awesome, awesome. And you're still on your healing journey. You're still learning. You're still growing. That is awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome news. Very proud of you. Very, very proud of you, Tyree. And so happy to have you in the live today. And then Rose says, hello, beautiful treasure. How are you today, honey? How are you? How you doing today? How are you? And then ma'am says, thank you. You're so welcome, honey. You're so welcome. My heart just goes out to you because I know what that's like. I know it's like, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, so again, I'm so sorry. And then, hey, Lawrence, how are you today? I don't know why this thing, I may have to go out and come back in. My laptop is not showing any of the notes, so I'm gonna have to read off this. These glasses are good glasses. Lawrence says, wonderful Wednesday, everybody. That every day, wonderful Wednesday. Every day that the Lord gives us is a blessing. Absolutely. Amen. 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 Yeah. Yep. And then Rose says, eucalyptus oil on your temples at bedtime, treasure. Okay. All right. Does that help sleep? Listen, when my head, I, when my head hits that pillow, that's all I know. I'm so exhausted all the time. So that I don't have any problem getting to sleep. Now sometimes getting back up and waking back up, so I have to try that. But yeah, that sounds cool. I have eucalyptus spray that I do spray on my bed sometimes. If I'm like really exhausted and my mind is going and worrying about, everything, I will do that sometimes. And then Lawrence says, y'all, y'all know what to do. Smash it. Or we fighting. Welcome in, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. And we're going to get started right now because I don't have much time today. So I do have to wrap up at a certain time. Cupcake has an event. And then Rose is saying, hey, hi to ma'am. And then Rose says, amen. And Lawrence says, hello, everyone in the chat. Smash it. And then, so let's get started. So we touched on this a little bit yesterday. And I said, you know what? This would be a really good topic to talk about because a lot of times people don't talk about it. But when the topic came up yesterday, what came to mind was a lot of times, I don't remember who it was, but someone said yesterday that, the family members didn't the family members didn't warn her, and then it didn't tell her, what to expect. Sometimes family members won't. And I think the reason why they don't say anything is because they want to get this person off their back. They're like, oh, please take this person. They're a headache over here. We don't want to deal with it. So they don't relinquish a lot of information. They don't tell you what, what you're in for, because they don't want to deal with the narcissist. They don't want to deal with all of the negative and toxic behavior that these people bring to the families' lives. And then a lot of times, I also thought about this yesterday, and I said, you know what, I will talk about it. Sometimes family members are enablers to the narcissist, just like the flying monkeys can be enablers to the narcissist. So a lot of times, the flying monkeys and the family members will help the narcissist to get back at someone, to be evil to someone. Sometimes they know what they're doing, and sometimes they don't know what they're doing. But a lot of times they enable the narcissist, and they enable the narcissist by not checking them, not putting them in their place and telling them, hey, what you just did or what you said, that was inappropriate, that was wrong. Don't talk to people like that. Don't treat people that way. They don't say anything to them. They just stay quiet, and they let, maybe a lot of times it's out of fear because they're afraid of them, and they know that, hey, I don't want them, as long as they're not lashing out at me. I'm assuming that sometimes family members and flying monkeys maybe have this kind of mentality. As long as these people are not lashing out at me, as long as I'm not the target, somebody else could be the target. Somebody else could get it. I know I don't want it. And a lot of times, those same people will then join in with the narcissist and help the narcissist, enable the narcissist, be a crutch to the narcissist for the narcissist to do their dirty work. It's really, 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 really scary. It's actually really disgusting when someone who doesn't know the whole facts, doesn't know the whole truth, they just take everything that the narcissist is saying to be the Bible, to be the truth, and then they, instead of helping the narcissist talk through their victim mentality, they now will do things, help the narcissist try to destroy somebody else or hurt someone else. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life when they do that, but there are a lot of people who do that. And then have you guys seen any of those scenarios where you're like, yep, I've seen family members enable narcissists, or don't check the narcissist or talk to the narcissist and tell the narcissist, hey, what you're doing is wrong. That wasn't right. That was inappropriate. A lot of times they don't do that. They don't say anything. There are times when one sibling will do something wrong, maybe to a parent, and the other sibling will not go to the parent, to the brother or sister, and say, hey, why'd you do that to mom or dad? Why'd you say that? That was like not nice. That was very disrespectful what you did. And a lot of times what we don't realize is we actually enable the narcissist as well by not saying anything, because sometimes we let them ride and ride and ride, and we let them do and say a lot of things that we let them get away with. So then that just creates a bigger monster. So it's unfortunate that sometimes the family members jump on the bandwagon. It's unfortunate that sometimes the family members enable the narcissist. And then the other side to that is, a lot of times the narcissist, and we talk about this here all the time too, a lot of times the reason why the narcissist is the way that they are is because they're mirroring and mimicking someone's behavior. And a lot of times it is a family member who they've seen do these atrocious, absolutely disgusting things to other people, and then they figure, okay, and then they just mirror that, and then they become just like them. I really do believe that a lot of times narcissism is a learned behavior, because if you grow up, you have two choices when you live with a narcissist. You're either completely disgusted by them, and you say to yourself, there's no way I would ever treat someone that way. There's no way that I would ever do or say those things to anyone. And then you make a conscious decision in your mind and you decide, hey, you know what? I'm never going to be like that. That's ugly and evil and nasty, and I won't do that. Or you just say, okay, well, that's how I see, hey, they get what they want. If they misbehave, if they treat people bad, they're actually able to get the things that they want. Because a lot of times, regardless of how we feel about it, narcissists get a lot of times, now they don't keep it, they don't know how to keep it, but a lot of times they do get things that you're like, how did this person get that? Like, how is that even possible? It's because they manipulate and control so many people. And we talked about this yesterday. They're real definition of opportunists. So they know exactly what to say and what to do to get what they want. And then as children, they see, hey, that person was able to get even their way at that moment. So, okay, I'm just going to repeat that cycle and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And a lot of people feel that it's cool to bully people. A lot of people feel it's funny. That's the that's the mindset and the mentality of a lot of people. So, yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. So let me catch up with my notes here. And then ma'am is saying hey to Rose. And then Rose says, yes, it will help. Okay, cool. Alrighty. And then Rose says hi to ma'am. And then Rose says, it will help, treasure. And then ma'am says, my problem is not checking people bad behavior right away, so it happens again. Right. That's why I said, ma'am, that's exactly what I said, because, like I said, we can be guilty of that by a person doing something or saying something inappropriate, rude, or disrespectful. And like you said, ma'am, us not checking it at that moment. And there's a way to check it, and then there's a way to be just like them and just give it right back to them. But you know what I noticed? I just thought about this. Sometimes when you check a narcissist in a nice way and say, hey, that was really rude. That was like, I saw what you did to Rebecca, and that was like so rude what you did to her. That was not nice. A lot of times the narcissist will flip it back on you, and then now you're the target, because that's what they do. But a lot of times the narcissist is like, oh, no big deal. They don't want to hear what you say. Just like, oh, brush it off, like, or like I said, they now take it that they put their target onto you. So, but checking them is an issue. And I think that's a part of the reason why they become this the monstrous person that they become, is because, like you said, ma'am, it's not checking them, not letting them know, hey, this is how I feel, so that it doesn't happen again. Not to say it doesn't happen again, because you know what? You know what narcissists do? And I don't know why this is a thing, and I've noticed it, and I noticed it now that I know what I know. And tell me if you guys have ever seen this. You ever notice there are some people, when you tell them that you don't like something, and this is something that narcissists do. You ever notice that you tell someone, hey, I didn't like the way you talked to me in front of other people, you made me feel a kind of way. I'm just giving an example. And then you ever notice that some people, once you tell them what you don't like, you ever notice that some people do it again and again and again and again? What is that about? What is that about? I had an old manager that was like that, and he would fight you like tooth and nail. Like you would tell him, "Hey, hey, Jody, that was so mean what you did." Or if you told him he was wrong, but not in a disrespectful way, like, "Oh my goodness, that I don't think so. I don't think we should handle it that way." Like he would fight you tooth and nail just to be right. And then what I noticed he would do is he would do it again and again and again when he knew that he was bothering someone, when he knew that he was getting under someone's skin. If he realized that what he was doing to that person annoyed them, he did it more. He did it more and more and more. And then he picked on that person on a daily basis. Is that a part of a narcissistic trait? I don't know. It could be. I don't know that he was a narcissist, but I noticed that about this particular gentleman. He would bother that person. If you like get upset or show any emotion at all, the next day he would come and he would say something else to the person again and get them all up, riled up and upset. And it was just this ongoing cycle. It's like he loved to upset people. He loved to get under people's skin. Just absolutely sick, absolutely sick. And then, and yes, ma'am, I completely understand. And I think that's part of, the empathic person's problem is that we don't say anything. So it does keep repeating. And like I said, not to not to say that if we say it that they won't do it, because narcissists are going to do it anyway, and they're probably going to do it now more because they know that they're annoying you. So yeah, yep. And then Rose says those are the same supporters that will be in social media liking, yep, all the mean, yep, crap they say. Yeah. Yep, I agree. I completely agree. Yeah, because you can see if someone's toxic on social media, and then you'll see like they have like 20,000 likes. I'm like, how could you like that? But some people like drama. Some people like, as long as the pain is not inflicted on them, they like it for someone else. It's the weirdest thing, but it's that's just what they do. And then Rose says golden child. A lot of times that is the case. Yes, absolutely the case. And then Lawrence says establish boundaries and don't let anyone violate them they do um, when they do disengage. If it's a situation where that's not possible, immediately start taking notes. Yeah, yeah. And the family, a lot of times, and the flying monkeys are part of the problem. And the family and the flying monkeys, a lot of time, are the reason why narcissists get worse and worse and worse and worse. And then we have to take accountability. We have to take accountability because, like ma'am said, part of our issue is we don't say anything. We keep it to ourselves. We bottle it up. We don't let them know that it bothers us, or we don't say, okay, that's a red flag. Let me bow out gracefully. We just allow it to continue over and over and over again. And then next thing you know, we are just in this absolute space of we're miserable, we're not happy, we don't know how to get ourselves out of it. We're trying to figure it out. The more that we pull away from them, the more they draw us back in with the love bombing and the lies again. And then it's just this vicious cycle. And then you have people who they're dealing with narcissists for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 plus years, and they don't know their head from their tail. They start, they react to and act crazy, and it's just an ongoing vicious cycle. So yeah, The family members and the flying monkeys, a lot of times, and I really do believe this, they are part of the reason why the narcissist does what they do. They're part of the reason why the narcissist gets away with so much by doing so many terrible, hurtful, awful things to people, because the flying monkeys help them. The family members a lot of times don't say anything. The family members want somebody else to be the target. They don't want to be the target. And then the flying monkeys don't know their head from their tail. The flying monkeys don't know anything about anything. They just believe this person and everything that they say, and they run with it. And instead of staying in their lane and minding their business, they then jump on and say, I'm going to be Captain Save-A-Hole, and I'm going to help this person that they don't know anything about, that they only are listening to one side of the story. They don't know the whole truth, and wind up trying to hurt and harm other people for this person who is not worth it. But what they will realize, this is for the flying monkeys, when the tables turn and it turns back on them, and then they are now the target, then they'll realize, hey, okay, so I helped this person be mean or try to do certain disgusting things to someone else, and now guess what? The tables turn, and now the narcissist has found another flying monkey to do the exact same thing to the same person who helped the last person. So they get what they get. They get what they get. So let's see, and I don't know what's going on with my laptop, so I'm reading off of my phone here. Let's see. And then Rose says, if you tell them what bothers you, they will do it more and intentionally. Yeah. Yeah, I really do believe that. I really do believe that. Oops. There are some people who, as long as they know that something has bothered you and you don't like something, or someone else doesn't like something, they, like you said, Rose, they're going to do it over and over and over. And they're doing it now intentionally to trigger you, to upset you, to gaslight you, to get you upset. Yeah. Hey, Linda, how you, how you doing? Welcome in. We got all of our old people we haven't seen in a while. We got Ma'am, we got Tyree, we got Linda in the chat. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. So happy to have you. Welcome, welcome back. We missed you. Linda said amen and take notes, okay? Take mental notes 100%, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it for sure. And then Ma'am says, sometimes people pick at you so they can be the victim when you finally go off on them. Yep. Yeah, because they're looking for that. Because usually a lot of times when you're calm, when you're like, you don't let things bother you, you let a lot of things roll off. Sometimes there are some people, they're gonna try to find your trigger spot. They're gonna try to continue to pick on you just to see what is going to boil you, what is going to take you over the edge. And they're doing it, like Rose says, they're doing it intentionally to spark that anger in you, to trigger you, to gaslight you, to get you to be somebody else, to be that ugly person, because they're like, why is this person always letting things roll off? Why is this person never responding? Why is this person always so happy? Why is this person always in a good mood? A lot of people, I got to tell you, there are a lot of people who do not like that. There are a lot of people in this world. I've seen where people are like, what are you smiling about? What? And then, or you ever say good morning or grand rising to someone, and they're like, what's so good about it? You know, it's like they wake up on the wrong side of the bed every single day, and they're not happy. Obviously, clearly, they're not happy. If you're not happy that you woke up and God gave you breath another day, then okay. But they'll hit you back with, if you say good morning, what's so good about it? You know, they have that sly, nasty remark behind it. So yeah, yep, yes, ma'am, I agree. And then Rose says, amen, ma'am. Yep. And then Lawrence says, welcome, Linda, to the chat. Yes. And then ma'am says, how dare you stand up for yourself? Exactly. Ma'am, mwah, exactly. That's exactly what they're thinking. How dare you stand up for yourself? You don't stand up to me. You don't. No, 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 you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to have feelings. You're not allowed to stand up for yourself. You're not allowed to live in your own power. You're not allowed to do any of those things. Yep, you're absolutely correct, ma'am. And then Lawrence says cognitive dissonance. That's the trance that this behavior put on it. Yep, put on in. Yes. Yep. Exactly. And then Lawrence says fight or flight. You got that right. You got that right. And sometimes it just depends on what the battle is at that particular moment. Sometimes the fight is worth it just so you can get some things off your chest. Not that they care, but it's for you. It's for you to just let off all that steam and that frustration that you've been holding in and holding in and holding in for these people who think that they're perfect and they're nowhere near perfect. For these people who think that they're holy and mighty and they're nowhere near that. But sometimes it's for yourself, it's not for them, to just get all of that frustration and tell these people off and read them up, down, and center and let them know that their stinks also, because they act like it doesn't, like their poop don't stink. They think they're better than everybody. And then other times, depending on if you've done that over and over and over again, and they're not listening and they don't care, then you're right. You take that flight and you say, I'm not doing this anymore. It's over. It's done. It's done. It's been done. It's been done. We're just putting that stamp of approval. Because a lot of times, and you guys tell me if you agree. What time is it? Okay. You guys tell me if you agree. A lot of times, it is when you're in a relationship or even a friendship with a narcissist, a lot of times it's the friendship and the situationship and the relationship is over way before it's technically over. Because you start checking out, you become numb. You're like, oh, they're having their tantrum. You're like, oh, whatever. And you just go along with your business. That actually upsets them even more when you don't react, when you don't allow them to trigger you. They don't like that. Narcissists don't like that. They want to see a response out of you. They want to see you come unglued. So they can stand back after they've done what they've done, and then they go, look at you. Look at you. And then they're looking at you with disgust. Because every action gives a reaction. So if you react to what they're doing, they're looking at you like, oh, you're disgusting. Look at you. Look at how you're behaving. Meanwhile, they done set fires all around your feet. Put your feet ablaze. That's how these people are. Yep. And then Linda says, yes, I'm in a fog. Oh, no. What happened, Linda? I'm sorry. And then Half Moon says, hi. How you doing today, Half Moon? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're talking about narcissists, family members. Sometimes family members enable them. Sometimes family members want to get them off their back so they don't tell the next victim anything. They don't warn them or anything because they're like, oh, Somebody else is the target. I don't have to deal with this person. Okay. And then flying monkeys sometimes do the exact same thing. They enable narcissists to be absolutely disgusting. They help them do the most disgusting things. Absolutely disgusting things. And then Lawrence says, Linda, you are stronger than you think. God is working all things out for your good. Trust the process. Yes. Amen. Amen. And then Rosa saying, hey, half moon. And then Linda says, hey. And then Lawrence says, fire topic. Thank you. And then Linda says, over and over and worse. Okay, I understand. They don't want you happy and independent or free. Right. Right. And I'm so sorry, Linda. So sorry. So sorry that you're going through that. But you are absolutely correct. They don't want you to be happy. And the reason why narcissists don't want you to be happy, because they're not happy. The reason why a narcissist doesn't want you to be independent, because they're not independent. Narcissists run in packs. They can't do anything for themselves. That's why they need those family members, and that's why they need those flying monkeys. And they definitely don't want to free you, because if they can keep you entrapped, they can keep you on that wheel, they can keep you frustrated, angry, running around chasing your tail, they got you exactly where they want you. So yes, you are absolutely correct. Yeah. And then Rose says the evil circles of narcissists, only the people change. Yes. Yep. And then, or they recycle the same people like we talked about last week. They jump from the same people over and over and over again. So they'll leave one ex and then, or family member. Sometimes, they'll jump. Oh, 1 minute they're not talking to their mother. The next minute they're not talking to their sister. Now they're talking back to the mother. Next minute they're talking to this baby daddy. Now they're not talking to that baby daddy. Then they cycle back to the old baby daddy, and it's just this vicious. Narcissists are the most confused people in the world. They can't make any real decisive decisions. They don't know what they want. And I think that's part of the reason why they are the way that they are. Because these people have no idea what they want. So 1 minute they want you. So they say. So they think. They want to use you and they want to abuse you. When they can no longer use and abuse you, then they go off to do the same exact thing to someone else. And when they can no longer use and abuse that person, they want to backtrack. Or go off to the next person, like you said, Rose, that circle, and they want to do the exact same thing to the next one. And if that dies out, they'll come back to the last one or the one before that, and then it's this vicious, complete cycle. And then these family members and these flying monkeys I'm telling you, they enable the narcissist to be who they are. And we do too, by allowing it. By allowing this disgusting behavior, by allowing these people to be complete monsters and not checking them and not setting boundaries like Lawrence said earlier. That's part of the problem. But for them, it doesn't matter, because as long as they have like a mother, let's say a mother has a son, and the son is out of control. The son is a narcissist, and the son is out of control. And the mother, everything the son does, the mother agrees with it, helps the son. Maybe it's a baby mother. They're like, oh, and I think Krishan has that now, where the blue face, that whole thing, I don't know. Every time you turn around, they're up on that screen, and that's part of the scenario. The mother's enabling the son. The mother's not probably a narcissist herself, but I'm just using that as an example. But there's so many people who are like that. They just have that, where they're the top confusion, chaos, and then it trickles down to the kids, and then they just repeat the same cycle, and then it's just going back and forth, and then the mother and the son then will argue, and then when they make up, then they pick back at the baby mother or one of the baby mothers. Who knows? I'm just making up that scenario, but it happens so often, so much. And it could be a mother, it could be a father, it could be just about anybody, but it does happen a lot. But the feed and the source is coming from someone, and it's just trickling down. So that family member is feeding and is the source for the narcissist to be who they are. And then showing them or telling them what to do to be evil, nasty, and mean to other people, and getting a complete kick and joy out of it. And thinking that that's how you should treat people in life. And then not thinking that when it comes back to them, but then again, when it comes back to them, they can pull the victim card and say, woe is me, why did this happen to me? But not taking accountability that what they did and what they said and their behavior is what caused that karmic cycle. Yeah. Yep. So I'm exhausted by just the thought that, we have family members, we have flying monkeys who help these nasty, mean, disgusting people to be exactly who they are. And have no issues and have no problems about helping these people be evil and nasty, like Rose said. And then Rose says, Linda, amen. And then Rose says, I told somebody something that bothered me, and they did intentionally do it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because they want to see you react. They want to see you be frustrated. They want to see you angry. And they love every piece of it. I don't know why people are like that, but yes, that's a very common thing now. No idea why, but it is. And then Linda says, amen, Jesus will work this all out. Yes, amen. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then Rose is saying half moon, hey, half moon. And then Rose says, they're trying to make you respond to their BS because they tell everyone you're crazy. And your reply proves it. So they think they try not to respond. Yeah, because when you respond, like you said, Rose, they're gonna say, oh, look at you. They'll tell you, see, I told you he was crazy. I told you she was crazy. Look at how she's responding. Look out how he's responding. Yeah. So what I realized with narcissists, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If you respond to them, that's a problem. If you don't respond to them, they think you're stupid. They think you're dumb. So best thing to do, set boundaries, bow out gracefully, and find your peace and your happiness. And then Half Moon says, yes, it's over before you know it is. Yep, I was truly surprised. Yeah. Oh, it's over way before it's physically over. On sometimes both sides, depending on what's going on, but depending on the situation. Because sometimes you check out as the empathic person. Sometimes we check out and we're numb. And then other times they check out and they're off with someone else, and you have no idea that that's what they're doing. And then they pull the rug right out from under you and take you by surprise. Yeah. And then Lawrence says, normally it takes 7 to 8 breakups before it's official, but when they cut off intimacy in their mind, you disgust them. Lawrence, very true. Very, very, very true. Very true. And then Lawrence says, smash that like button, y'all. And then Rose says, Lawrence, many times because we hope for change, right? So we're hoping and we're praying for change. And 9 times out of 10, and I'm not saying that it's not possible, because all things are possible with God. But 9 times out of 10, when you're dealing with a narcissist, there is no change. Not for the better anyway. Only for the worse, not for the better. And like I said the other day, it takes a lot of therapy for narcissists to get the help that they need. But in order to get help and to get therapy, they have to hold themselves accountable and know that my life cannot continue this way. I've got to get some help. So yes, God is going to help with that, but they got to go and sit down and they got to talk things through to someone who is going to help them work through whatever trauma they went through in the past. Yeah, and then Lawrence says, you're exactly correct. And Rose says, Treasure, at this point, I've held and controlled my reaction so long. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't even scream. LOL. True though. You learn how to hold your emotions so much. I got you. I understand. I completely understand. Hey, John. How you doing? I'm going to wrap up in about 5 minutes, guys. How you doing, John? Welcome in. Welcome in. And then Rose is saying, hey, Linda, and hey, John. And John says, hey, Rose. And then Lawrence says, John, good to see you, brother. In the chat, I told you stronger and stronger every day. Proud of you. Yes. Yep. Amen. And then Rose says, as the narcissists recycled their friends, each friend did something to them. Yep. So they say. And that's so they say, Rose. And they'll have to forgive them as they circle back around. Yep. That's exactly correct. And when they come back around, listen, when a narcissist comes back around, they're remembering how they first met you, how great you were, all of these wonderful traits and qualities that drew them to you. And they want you to forget everything that has transpired. They want you to forget all of that happened. And they're thinking in their mind, oh, that was nothing. That was nothing. That didn't happen. They want you to just erase everything that they did to you so that they can come back, guess what? And do it again. It's not funny. It's funny that that's how they think. But that's how they think. Yeah, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the same thing again. But guess what? This time I'm going to do it even worse this time. So, yeah. Yep. And then John says, thanks, Lawrence. And I already smashed the like button. And then Lawrence is laughing at John. And then Rose says, they are really pushing Christians and Blueface on, Krishan and Blueface on this algorithm. Yes, they're everywhere. Like if you don't know who these people are, the baby, the Krishan and Blueface, and the first baby mama, you're on the rock, because literally, whether you want it to come up on your feed or not, it comes up on your feed. And they have the weirdest titles, and you click it and you're like, what is this about? And then you realize you're like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Yeah. Yep, they are definitely pushing the algorithm on them. I don't know what that's about, but yes, you are so right, Rose. And then Half Moon says, what she did is unforgivable. God knows I loved her. God saw what she did, and God can forgive her or not. It's not up to me. Yeah. Yep. And then Lawrence says, thanks, Treasure, for all you do. Enjoy your evening. Incredible topic today. Good, good, awesome. Guys, I'm gonna wrap up. Cupcake has an event, so we're gonna get started and get going on that. But I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. I don't think I'll be on the rest of the week. I have some things that I've been trying to do to get some things situated. But right as of right now, we should be back on Monday. So I love you. I'll see you guys back on Monday. Remember, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're growing and growing. We're going towards the 10,000 mark. So I'm super excited about that. And then if you want to connect for a one-on-one, I'm going to put my information in the description and the fees. I would love to connect with you and check out the Teespring and the Spread Shop store as well. Kingdom, I love you. Have an awesome evening. Enjoy your weekend and be safe. And remember that you are part of God's kingdom and that He loves you more than anything in this world. Love you guys. Bye, ma'am. Come back, okay? Don't stay away so long. And again, I'm so sorry. Everybody have a blessed, safe, and wonderful weekend. Mwah. And I don't know, I don't know yet. I have to decide. I have some organizing I'm doing with the apartment. But I might go live tonight on TikTok. Not sure yet. So, love you guys. Bye. Have a good weekend. Bye.